Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. So today we are going to start out by looking at the Moonology Messages Oracle. So, hello. Welcome to you. If you are a brand new viewer, I am so glad that you found me on this little corner of the internet. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, as always, it is my honor and pleasure to have you here. And my delight to spend my time that you're choosing to spend your time with me. The words are just not coming out. So let's see what messages we have for you today. We're going to pull 3 oracle cards. Up first, we have support. What's next? We have stay in integrity. Interesting. Support and stay in integrity. And what is our last card? Our last card, we have celebration. Oh, I just love these 3 cards. Look at how beautiful all of these are. So we have support, we have stay in integrity, and this message is very loud to me already, and celebration. So first of all, good things come, okay? The good things are coming, I feel. There is something about needing support. Either you need support or someone around you is going to be asking for support from you. And whatever this is, there's something about staying in your integrity as you give the support. And celebration's an interesting card. I almost want to look at the book at this just for kind of a glance, but it's kind of something about as you are staying in your integrity. And this is something that has been a very loud theme for the last year, I'd say. I've noticed for quite a few people about integrity and what does that look like and what does that mean and why it matters. Okay, this is kind of a theme I've seen kind of running across. But there's something here about as you stay in your integrity while either asking for, some of you, it could be that it's hard for you to ask for support, okay? That is actually what the staying in integrity for you could be, is that, actually, let me close this window. We got a trash pickup coming through, and I don't want that to be loud in your ear. It's hard for you to it feels like you're out of your integrity. It feels like this is something that you've been taught is bad. You know, it's like, this is not who I am. I'm not somebody who asks for support. And so this could be something that you have to realign what it means to be in integrity with. For some of you, being able to give support and stay in your integrity. In other words, be able to be honest, be able to be truthful, be able to really hold your values while offering that support. Whatever this is, this is going to lead to cause for celebration. I want to look this up. This says moon dance. So let's see what this says. Moon dance. Look how beautiful this picture is. Celebration. This card brings good news that you will soon have a good reason to celebrate. Expect good things and positive developments. Think about all the good in your life at this very moment. What do you have to be grateful for? Be grateful for it now. Do a little dance of gratitude. If you know me, I'm always doing my little wiggle, my little shake. I love to dance. Open your heart and be as happy as you can with the way things are right now. And being upbeat about the good things in your life is hugely important when it comes to creating the life that you want. It's as though better things come to people who are already buzzing. Okay, I kind of like that. There's something about staying in integrity as you either give or receive support, but this is going to really lead to celebration. But more than that, this is there is good news coming, and there's telling you to stay in praise, stay in gratitude, praise your life, stay in appreciation, stay in gratitude, so that if you're going through a situation that is tough, that's so tough that it's hard to be grateful, dig deeper for something in your life that you can find to be happy about. And honestly, there's always something to be happy about. Okay, did you wake up alive? Okay, better than being on the other side of the dirt. There's something we can start off with being happy. Are you breathing? Do you have electricity? There are people in this world right now, and you know darn well there are, who don't have electricity, who don't have food, who don't have, access to running water, clean water, who don't have health care, who don't. If you have any of those things I just mentioned, you're doing better than a lot. Find a reason to be grateful and happy about that. Okay, that's all they're asking, and I know you're like, I've been there too. Listen, today is a challenging day for me as well. Okay, so I am working. I'm taking a big dose of my own medicine, but it works. Okay, there is always something to be grateful for, and I'm just trying to find that as well. And so focus on staying in integrity. And I had just heard very loudly, I was just about to pull, but they're yelling at me and they're saying, no, 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 quickly, just glance at focus and integrity, or say in integrity. So let me see what this is. Moon shining, it says. Moon shining. So let's see, which is funny because I'm actually from, or I'm not from, but I live in East Tennessee, which is where moonshine is very famously known for. So it's kind of funny. It's called moon shining. But stay in integrity. It says, don't make empty promises. Think about who you trust, and don't let someone's words hurt you. But also, don't take life too seriously. It says moonshining means talking nonsense or empty or foolish talk. There's a sense with this card that what someone is saying is all style and no substance. Is this person you, or is this someone else? Drawing this card suggests there is a risk that someone has been filling your head with ideas that have no place in there. Maybe someone's been making promises to you, or maybe you have making promises to someone that you can't or won't keep. Or maybe someone has said something really hurtful to you and you've taken it far too seriously. Perhaps they were just being provocative. There is a sense when this card comes up that you should disregard the empty or cruel words that someone has spoken to you, and instead gather up your own power and love yourself more. I mean, to me, that's an interesting take. I mean, maybe those words were for someone who needed to hear that. For me, staying in integrity is, when you're asking somebody to be vulnerable with you, then you need to be comfortable being vulnerable with them, okay? And to me, I really think that's what this is saying. My ears ringing, so there we are. Support. When somebody needs you to be vulnerable, then when they're being vulnerable with you, it requires you to be vulnerable with them. And I kind of think that this leads to celebration. There's something about maybe even, see how there's these two people dancing here. There's just this energy of, going from one to two, right? Just that beautiful energy of support and kind of really supporting each other through these vulnerable, hard times. So let's see what the tarot has to say about it. We're going to get my old deck here. We're going to get out the Universal, I think this is actually called the Rider-Waite now, but anyway, the Universal Tarot Waite Tarot deck. And let's see what messages we have. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides of whoever is watching. What messages do we have for them today? So let's see how we got here. Let's see what is in the past and how we got here. We have the Two of Pentacles. There they go. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords, and you pulled an extra card today. So we have the Ten of Swords, and we end on the Magician. Okay, so let me see. Stay integrity and support. Interesting. There has definitely been somebody. Okay, you have definitely had a hard time being fully honest. And by that, I don't mean like you're lying. What I mean is like, okay, for example, let's say you're asking somebody to be vulnerable with you and you're just giving them breadcrumbs. You're really not telling them the whole story. It's interesting because the Ten of Swords, the Magician here, and here's Aries here, by the way. This is something that is maybe been kind of keeping you from achieving your goals. Let me say something. And I'm speaking to myself as well, because I'm definitely guilty of this. When we're not willing to be fully honest, and I don't mean we're lying, I'm just saying we're just not telling the truth by withholding facts, okay? Like, we're not telling everybody the full story, per se. I just noticed my poor little plant is dying. Oh, I just saw that in the picture. I'm like, what's happening? Okay, well, I'll take care of that after this. But if somebody's telling us their truth and they're being open and fully exposed to us, and we only give them a peek, a snippet, and we don't tell them the whole scenario, we're not being in integrity with who our higher self is. Okay, our higher self is somebody who isn't afraid to speak their truth, who isn't afraid to say, this is who I am, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And I don't mean it like that, but I'm saying like, this is who I am. I'm not scared to show you who I am. I'm not scared that you're going to reject me. In fact, I think that showing you who I am means we're going to hopefully even get closer. So this has definitely been something that has perhaps been something that's been kind of stopping you. It's been kind of holding back your magic, and that's very interesting. So let's see what's coming. Let's see where we're at. So where are we at? What's going on here? What has this led to in the present timeline? So we have Empress. All right, so here is Libra and Taurus showing up. And then this is going to be the timing card. This next two cards actually will probably be the timing card. Let's see what we get. We've got, interesting, this normally isn't a timing card, so we probably won't take that. The Page of Pentacles is in reverse. And this card, however, will be the timing card. Just like that. We have, interesting, Justice. That's Libra. It's a Libra season. And then, okay, well, can't, I guess we are going to take that many. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. And the Nine of Cups, you're definitely not getting what you want. And it feels like you've been putting in a lot of effort. It seems like you have been trying to create some kind of either financial stability, possibly, you know, maybe like a second income or a passive income, or maybe even just working for yourself, trying to figure out how to take your talents and monetize them, okay? There's something here about you've been trying to create some stability for yourself, okay? The Empress and Justice showing up here. But however, you're probably feeling very frustrated right now. I'm definitely getting a sense of frustration. And part of that is because you haven't been fully vulnerable, very fully honest, fully in your integrity, okay? And that is kind of keeping the situation from working out the way you would like it to. And it's just, also, let me say something, in regards to right here, you know, where it says support, you know, we were talking about giving and receiving support and how important that is. There's definitely there's a lack of support, okay? The Three of Pentacles. There's a lack of support going on here. And so you may be feeling even unsupported at this point, okay? The reason, and let me say this, I definitely hear this story for sure for one of you. It could be for one of you that you're feeling like, where have all my friends gone? Where, you know, like I feel very lonely, and not even necessarily that I've self-isolated myself. I've just kind of don't seem to have the support that I, you know, maybe did when I was younger. And, you know, especially if this happens in our 30s, and by the time you get to 40s, you may be down to like 2 friends. But that happens mostly because when we were younger, Page of Pentacles, there was some, again, I don't want to say dishonesty, but you just weren't being fully honest, fully transparent, fully vulnerable in your integrity. And this really, I think, impacted your ability to manifest what it is. And when I say manifest, I don't mean like I'm trying to manifest a new car or a new job. I mean like create, again, this is a creative experience, create something solid for your future. Manifest friends and just the life that you wanted. Okay, by that I mean like maybe, you know, you live in a house that you love, and maybe, you know, got the money you like, but maybe you're not necessarily in the city you want to be in, or maybe, you know, you don't have the core friends group that you would like to have, or maybe you're not, you know, or maybe, you know, maybe you work where you work and you're fine with that and don't mind where you live and your house is fine, you're making good money, but you don't do anything, you know, you don't leave, you don't go anywhere, you don't have any hobbies or any extracurricular anything. That's what I'm talking about. There's just like a dull, like a dullness that's kind of running through this energy here that isn't the spark. What, you know what I don't see? In fact, here's an interesting fact. We've got the Two of Pentacles, so Pentacles. We've got the Ace and the Ten of Swords, so Swords. Now, the Magician, now he is fire. I was just about to say, I don't see a lot of fire signs. But no, he is the fire sign. So, never mind. I was just about to say, I don't see any fire here because everything else is air, cups, and pentacles. So there's the only one here is the Magician. That's the fire sign. There's very little fire. There's very little spark here. And so it feels almost like what you're needing is a cause for celebration. So let's talk about this time here. Justice. This is Libra season. So Libra season is the end of September into October. And so what I'm seeing here is almost, because Justice is sitting right in the middle, right in the middle. On the one end, we have the Empress. On the other end, we have you're not getting what you want. And so how do you get what you want? Well, you have to get creative. You can't just sit around and wait for it to come to you. It's not coming. It's not coming. It's time for you to kind of maybe be a little vulnerable. Let me say this. It's very interesting to me that right above Justice here, if you see she's got that sword, that's the sword of truth, okay? That's Archangel Michael's sword. You might know Archangel Michael. This is the Ace of Swords. This is hanging or sitting right over her head. As you see, that's the same sword. Both of these are the same sword, but you see how this is in reverse? There's something about, like I said, there was a lack of integrity, vulnerability, transparency, honesty. At some point in the past, you've been, or maybe this is really being held over. You're still holding on. Maybe you're still holding on to the story, holding on to this timeline, trying to make people believe what you want them to believe. But whatever that is, this is gonna have to give. It's gonna probably give. I see that this is, you're going to have to perhaps let it go and get honest. If you want to ever get to where you want to go, you're gonna have to let that go. And I have a feeling by Libra season that's coming. So where are we headed? We are starting out with Three of Swords. Wow. Okay. Got me a little nervous starting out. What else we got? We have Chariot. There's Cancer in reverse. And one more, please. One more, please. There we go. Okay, we can't leave it on that. There's the Eight of Wands. One more, please. And, okay, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. And it's interesting. Remember when I said, don't say a lot of fire here? Well, we end with not one, but two of the Wands. It's specifically the Queen of Wands showing up the underneath. What supports us? More Wands. Ten of Wands is in reverse. You're ready to lay it down. Ready to lay that down. Here's Libra showing up again. Here is the World. Here is the Ace of Cups. Love that for you. We've got the Queen, another Queen. The Queen of Swords is in reverse. And lastly, we are going to end with the Five of Cups. You know what? No, we're not. I'm going to go ahead and take one more. I'm going to take one more. The Queen of Pentacles. You got three of the four queens here and the Empress. Wow. We're going to end on the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I like that. So let me tell you, there is something about you finally coming forward, being honest, telling your truth. And this is going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be smooth sailing. And for some of you, that might stop you. For some of you, that might be the reason right here. You're just shutting down the whole concept. You're like, nope, never mind. Going to keep this little secret of mine or this truth stuck in my little pocket here. And the whole world doesn't need to know the truth. But some of you are going to hear what I'm going to say and understand, again, nothing good is ever comes easy. Sometimes, most of the things you want in life, you're going to have to really put your skin in. You're going to have to put your energy into it by putting the work in, doing the work, showing the effort, okay? And so, Three of Swords, the Chariot. I definitely feel that this is going to probably slow things down for just a moment. For just a moment, there's going to be some conversations where things are needed to be gone over. Okay, Eight of Wands, the Chariot. There's going to be some journeys need to be discussed, some old paths gone back over. Okay, but that's very interesting because, you know, there's a saying, you can't unring a bell. You know, once that bell's been rung, you can't unring it, right? And I don't think that's what you're trying to do. I don't think you're trying to unring the bell per se. I think that what you're trying to do is really be fully in your truth. Be fully, you're finally comfortable with and love yourself now, I think, enough that you're willing to open up and let the world in, or just at least to some degree. It may not be the whole world. Maybe it's just a small little group or just even one person. But regardless, whatever this is, this energy shifts everything. Like I said, I do think we're going to go backwards. We're going to have a few conversations. We're going to have to really explain, how did we get here? How did we get here? And maybe even look at, and no, not maybe, take responsibility and accountability if this upsets somebody or it hurts somebody, that you weren't honest. And, you know, that's okay, because just because somebody's upset or hurt doesn't mean the world's over. It just means that you need to be accountable and responsible and take, you know, not just accountability and responsibility, but show, repent, I guess is the right word. Repentance is the right word, but, you know, show remorse, repentance, to change of behavior, whatever that is, by continuing to be open, by continuing to be honest, by continuing to be continuing. You say that word enough, it sounds strange, right? But continuing to be vulnerable, all right? There's what this is happening, because that's what leads to is the Queen of Wands. And I love this energy so much for you, because this is the energy of the creation of the spark of something new coming in. Let me just go over the underlying card, what supports this, and we're going to bounce on out of here. Finally letting it go, shifting your world. And as you do, this is a blessing in disguise, okay? This brings in a powerful new start. Look, I didn't say it was always going to be easy. There is going to be some things that are going to need to be understood, and some people may be turned off. Let me say, there is no reward without risk, okay? And I do mean to say some people may unfollow you. Some people may be like, oh, well, I don't like you, the authentic you. That's the word I was looking for. Some people are like, oh, I don't like the authentic you. I don't want to, I want to be, I only want to know the person that I knew who was small, who was afraid. Because a lot of times when we don't tell the truth, when we hide ourselves, when we're misaligned with our integrity, it's because we're scared. We're scared if people knew the truth. What would they think? What would they say? How would they react? I'm sorry, it feels like a piece of fuzz or something in my eye lash, and I can feel it, but I just can't get it, and I don't want it to get in my eye. But that's what this is. There is this. Some people may lash out. Some people may be like, "Oh, I don't like this new you," because that's not the you that they thought they knew. That's okay. They're lost. Remember, the people that mind won't matter. The people matter that don't mind. Okay, because at the end of the day, there is a healing here. There is this energy of what was lost is now found. I think that. To me, what I'm seeing here is a reclamation. There is something about, it almost feels like an instilled fear that you've had perhaps even since childhood, that Six of Cups sitting there again. And this has been running through the water for about a week now. I've seen the Six of Cups. It's kind of haunting us. But there's just this energy of a fear that you've had perhaps since even childhood that you are ready to let go of. You know what? I'm done. I'm ready to be honest. And this is a cause for celebration. And those who love you and won't mind. Those who don't, listen, don't be afraid. If you lose someone, they were not worth being in the future anyway. They were part of the story here in the past, but they're not part of your story going forward. And the story going forward is you. You are authentic. You are vulnerable. You are in your integrity. And you are your best and highest self. And personified and embodied, so go for it, okay? Don't be afraid to lose a few haters, because what you're going to gain, what you're going to get in the end is so much more, okay? You're creating something more stable, more solid, more juicy, more fun, more real. All right. I hope that you found this enjoyable. If you did, please be sure to give me a little love, a little like, maybe subscribe if you haven't, or share this with somebody who might find it helpful. Also, I would love to see y'all come on back. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm here every single day, Monday through Friday. So I will see you then. Y'all take care of yourself, and I love you so much. Bye.